Right, let's talk about the 2025 Nissan Versa. Now, usually when you hear the words budget car, your heart sinks a bit, doesn't it? You picture something grey, depressing, and probably styled by someone who's lost the will to live. A car that screams, "I've given up on joy, and so should you." It's the sort of vehicle you buy because you absolutely have to, not because you want to. It's often a compromise, a surrender to the grim realities of needing four wheels and an engine without selling a kidney. But hold on, because this little Nissan, this Versa, it might just be a bit different. It's trying. You see, it's trying not to be dreadful. The boffins at Nissan have apparently been busy. They've taken their smallest, most affordable offering and decided it shouldn't be a penalty box. Imagine that. A car company thinking that even people without enormous piles of cash deserve something that doesn't look like it was assembled from leftover parts. The 2025 Versa aims to surprise you, to make you think, hang on, this isn't half bad. It's a bold strategy, especially in a world where most cheap cars are just cheap. This one wants to offer a bit more, a slice of something better. It's a small car with big ambitions, or at least ambitions bigger than its price tag. This car is aimed squarely at those who are counting their pennies. Students, for example, who need something to get them to lectures and back without relying on a bicycle that's older than they are. Commuters who need a reliable workhorse for the daily grind, something that won't break the bank at the petrol station or the dealership. And of course, anyone who's just generally sensible with their money, people who understand that you don't need to spend a fortune to get a perfectly decent set of wheels. It's a car for the real world, for real people with real budgets. So the mission for this little Nissan is clear. Be affordable, be reliable, and crucially, don't be rubbish. It's a tall order for any car in this segment. Most manufacturers seem to think that if you're not spending big, you don't care about style or comfort or even a modicum of driving pleasure. But Nissan, with this updated Versa, seems to be suggesting that perhaps, just perhaps, you can have a decent car without needing a second mortgage. It's a refreshing thought, isn't it? Let's see if they've actually pulled it off, or if it's all just marketing fluff. Now let's talk about the outside of this 2025 Versa. They've clearly waved a styling wand over it. It's got that V-motion grille thing that Nissan puts on everything these days. It makes it look a bit more aggressive, a bit more awake than you'd expect. The lines are sharper, the proportions are actually quite good. It doesn't look like a shrunken, sad version of a bigger car. It looks like it was designed to be this size and to look decent doing it. For something that costs less than a really fancy watch, it's surprisingly easy on the eyes. You wouldn't be ashamed to be seen in it. They've also fiddled with other bits. New wheel designs are on offer, which can make a surprising difference to how a car looks. Nobody wants boring hubcaps anymore, do they? Even on a budget. The lights, both front and back, have a more modern feel. It's these little touches that elevate it from being just another anonymous small saloon. It shows that someone, somewhere in Nissan's design department, actually cared. They wanted it to have a bit of personality, a bit of flair. And in a sea of bland budget boxes, a little bit of flair goes a very long way indeed. Step inside and the surprises continue. Well, mild surprises, let's not get carried away. It's not a Rolls Royce in here, obviously, but it's not a damp cave either. The materials feel, all right, they're not luxurious, but they don't feel like they'll crumble into dust the first time you touch them. The dashboard layout is sensible. Everything is where you'd expect it to be. There's a decent amount of space too, considering its small footprint. You won't feel like you're crammed into a sardine can, even if you're reasonably tall. For daily driving, it's perfectly acceptable, even quite pleasant. Then there's the tech. Oh yes, even budget cars have tech these days. The Versa comes with a touch-screen infotainment system. It's not the biggest screen in the world, but it does the important things. You can connect your smartphone, which means Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are on board. This is crucial. It means you can have your own music, your own navigation, and ignore the often terrible standard radio offerings. There are USB ports to keep your precious phone charged. It's all very sensible and very useful for the modern human who can't live without their digital appendages. Nissan is quite proud of its Safety Shield 360, and they've made sure even the humble Versa gets a slice of this protective pie. This is a suite of safety features designed to stop you from having an unfortunate encounter with another car, or a lamppost, or indeed a particularly slow-moving badger. It's like having a very cautious co-pilot who occasionally beeps at you In a world where everyone seems to be distracted by their phones, even when they're driving, having these electronic watchdogs is probably a very good idea. It's reassuring, especially for new drivers or those navigating busy city streets. What does this Safety Shield 360 actually do? Well, it includes things like automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection. So if someone steps out in front of you while you're admiring your own reflection, the car might just slam on the brakes for you. There's lane departure warning to tell you off if you start drifting out of your lane like a sleepy lorry driver. You also get high beam assist, which is clever, dipping your main beams automatically so you don't dazzle oncoming traffic. Some trims even get blind spot warning and rear cross traffic alert. It's a lot of safety kit for not a lot of money. Under the bonnet, you'll find an engine. It's a 1.6-litre, 4-cylinder petrol engine. Don't expect fireworks. It produces around 122 horsepower, which, in the grand scheme of things, is not a lot. But this car isn't about raw power or blistering acceleration. It's about getting you from A to B efficiently and without fuss. For city driving, for nipping through traffic, for the school run, it's perfectly adequate. It's not going to set your hair on fire, but it will get the job done reliably. And that's precisely what a car like this needs to do. The driving experience, then, it's fine. The steering is light, which is good for parking in tight spots. The ride comfort is surprisingly decent for a small, inexpensive car. It soaks up most bumps without jarring your fillings loose. You can have it with a manual gearbox if you're one of those strange people who still enjoy changing gears themselves. Or more likely, you'll get the CVT automatic, which is smooth enough for most situations. Fuel economy is a strong point. It sips petrol like a parsimonious ant, which means more money in your pocket for, I don't know, slightly better coffee. Nissan usually offers the Versa in a few different flavors, or trims as they call them. You'll likely see an S model, which is the basic one. Then there's the SV, which adds a few more creature comforts and desirable bits of kit. And at the top you might find an SR trim, which usually gets sportier styling touches and a few more gadgets, making it look a bit more expensive than it actually is. The base S model will give you the essentials like air conditioning and that all-important safety tech. Moving up to SV or SR gets you things like nicer seat fabric, bigger alloy wheels, and perhaps a slightly larger infotainment screen. Now, the crucial bit, the price. This is where the Versa really shines. It's designed to be one of the most affordable new cars you can buy. We're talking about a price tag that won't make your bank manager weep. For the kind of money you might spend on a used car with a questionable history, you can get a brand new Versa with a full warranty. That peace of mind is worth a lot, especially if you're on a tight budget. It means predictable motoring costs without the fear of sudden, ruinous repair bills. It's a sensible, pragmatic choice. So why is this car a smart choice today, especially for students, commuters, and the budget conscious? Well, it's simple. It gives you a lot of car for not a lot of money. It's got modern styling, so you won't feel like you're driving a relic from a bygone era. It's packed with safety features that, not too long ago, you'd only find on much more expensive cars. The interior is comfortable enough for daily use, and the tech keeps you connected. It's cheap to run, thanks to its good fuel economy. It just makes a lot of sense. In conclusion, the 2025 Nissan Versa is a bit of a surprise. It's a budget car that doesn't constantly remind you that you bought a budget car. It's competent, it's reasonably stylish, and it's packed with value. If you're looking for basic, reliable and affordable transportation, but you still want something that feels contemporary and safe, this little Nissan is genuinely worth a look. It proves that cheap doesn't necessarily have to mean nasty, and in today's world, that's quite an achievement. It's a small car doing a big job